Hi folks, I'm Nathan with Two Guys and a Ride, and today we're out here at the All Ford Power Car Show in Apple Valley, and we are here with Jay White. Jay is the owner of this
57
beautiful 57
Mark II.
Continental
Mark II.
Yep. And it's interesting, but you know, they were trying to really stress Continental, so
It was a division separate from Lincoln.
Right.
There's not a word Lincoln here anywhere.
which is interesting because later it became Lincoln Continental, reversed it.
Right.
So, you know, I absolutely love the lines on this car. It's just beautiful. So, when you got this car, when you first bought it,
Yes.
were you looking for it? Or
No, it came as an accident. It kind of fell into my hands by accident, and I made the mistake of telling the guy that called me and says, "Are you interested?" And I said, I would come out and look at it, and you fall in love with it. And my wife was, "Oh no, not another one."
Not another one. Because you have another car at home.
Yes.
And that is
a '64 convertible Lincoln.
Wow.
The Lincoln, the Kennedy car. The Kennedy car, four-door suicide doors.
Oh, those are nice too.
Yeah, it's a fun car.
And that one's also white.
Yes.
With
a name like White, you can't buy a red car.
Now, these cars, when they were manufactured, were very expensive compared to the other cars that were being sold. So roughly how much were
Ford in 1956 was the first one, and they started planning it about 54 or 55 when they would start designing it. We went through a lot of iterations, but it came out in 56 was the first time it came out, for $10,000 per each. And
wow!
At that time of year, you know, a Cadillac was like $5,000.
Right. So this was at least double the price.
Yeah. They made this car as a attention getter. That was the whole purpose of it. And the people who bought it were the actors, the movie stars, those kind of people. And it's quite a car.
Oh, it is now. It was a hand-built car too.
Well, it was on assembly line, but it was very individually detailed. Yeah.
Okay, now you were mentioning earlier that even the hubcaps.
Those fins on the hubcaps are all individually assembled and attached. And let me tell you, you don't want to lose one of those hubcaps. They're about $800 a piece.
Wow, I was going to say they have to be expensive, but they are stunning. They look fantastic. Now I love the large white wall tires that go with this. Talking about the motor here, there are some interesting things that you were pointing out with the air conditioning, the heating, and the exhaust. So can we run through those?
Well, in order to make the car as low profile as they had to get the step down and the roof low, they've got the two exhaust manifolds on the left and the right. And if you pay attention here, the exhaust is routed through the fender under the
side of the car.
Under the side of the car and out the back.
So where it runs underneath the door,
it can get warm. It can get warm, yeah.
Oh man! Yeah. And then you have individual air conditioners on each side.
There's two heaters, one here and one on the left, and the air conditioning works that way as well. So, what you need to know is in the 56 there was a vent right here. This was the air conditioning vent that brought the air in. And they discovered it brought in lots of bugs and everything else. So if you pay attention there, the air conditioning comes out of the ceiling.
Look at that. That's
and
the first time I've seen that.
Individually veined. They can point them around them. They turn around left and right. And
I mean, it's just like a modern SUV or
it's like an airplane. Yeah.
But back then, unheard of.
Unheard of.
A little space age.
They did a good job of planning.
Also, while we're in here, we've got all these levers down here, and you know what a couple of these do.
Well, they're very handy and well placed. The one on the left is the temperature kind of and a vent.
Okay.
You bring it all the way down, and it's heat. The second one from the left is the actual fan for the heater and the air conditioning. And the one on the right and the left, I don't know what that is. I don't use it.
You don't use those. Those don't matter. Now, on the doors themselves, you've got two power window switches. And then this was just the grab handle right here. Stick it out there.
Yeah. And here's the cigarette lighter. Cigarette ashtray right there. You got to have one of those. People smoking left and right back then.
Oh yes, and then this was the one for the rear.
The passenger, right? Yeah.
Oh, so you even got the lighter in it and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Now I noticed that you have the original Continental floor mats I just absolutely love all that trim. You know, it's beautiful. I mean, it's all, you got several different colors in there, and then all the chrome work. It's beautiful. Now the seats, we talked about a little bit. Now seats were specially done and
the
imported.
seats were the leather for the seats. It's all leather, and they imported the leather from Scotland. And I don't remember the name of it. It's something Weir.
Okay.
Weir of something.
But there was the reason they
the reason they got it from Scotland is because they didn't have barbed wire fences, and there's no blemish on any of the leather. Yeah.
Wow.
So they imported leather from Scotland, and they just did this, and it was very tastefully done. It's not a gaudy kind of a thing.
Okay, looking at the upper part of the dashboard, your ignition I think is right in the dashboard.
Right.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
And of course you would have had a radio. And then the
radio's
gauges
got a town and country feel to it, so it's a bar done by a bar.
The gauges are interesting because they're round instead of being rectangular in shape. Right. And we were talking a little bit earlier, but sort of following Lincoln's focus.
Well, the philosophy Lincoln had, and I think still has, is kind of a understated elegance is what they do, and they did a pretty good job of it actually all the way through.
Because that far left gauge, it's the same size as all the others, but it's got 4 little dials in there. It would be a little hard to see,
that's exactly right.
But it looks elegant. Okay, well let's take a step to the back here.
All right. One of the things I always get asked is, where do you put the gasoline? And it's right here. This is where it is, right here.
Oh, the whole taillight assembly moves.
Yeah, and there's the gas and filler pipe right there.
Right above the hot exhaust.
Yep.
Which is right there.
Yeah.
Okay, now in the trunk, you've got not only the original carpeting, and it's in immaculate shape, but you also have the original spare tire.
Original spare tire, Firestone, wide whites, and you didn't just put the jack in the trunk and let it go. You put it in a special little
in the case,
a leather case, and that's all.
That's all original.
It's all original, yeah.
Wow, I mean, to have those little pieces is like little nuggets of gold along with the car. Now, speaking of that, on the hood on the emblem here on the trunk.
This is a gold emblem, and actually it protects the key.
Sure.
Where you put the key in for the trunk. And I think on the original car it was actually gold. This is not.
Okay, but it's just what an ornate design. Yeah. And then of course no Lincoln, but big Continental.
The word Continental kit started right here. This is
where that started.
This is the original
look.
Yep, the whole Continental kit came from this car.
Wow, that's just what a huge trunk.
Yeah, I wish they had put the spare wheel a little bit more conveniently placed, but what could you do? The flow-through ventilation back here, you can kind of see that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right in the back seat there. Yeah. Man, I also like just the detail in like say the door handle, with all the
scratching doesn't get the paint doesn't get scratched.
No, because you got the guard there, but it's all chrome metal. I mean, it's big. And then of course you got a key guard again. Right there. But
and then the thing that really knows you're driving a Mark II is right here. That's it, right there.
That emblem.
Yep. It's on both sides.
It's an emblem.
It's a 2. It's a 2.
It's a 2. Okay, for the Mark II.
Yep.
And then the Lincoln in the middle there. Oh man. You drive this car, obviously, because it's here.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing with something this rare and
we're not going 80 miles an hour down the road.
Right. Yeah. But you give it.
You can do it. You can do it. It'll go. But it was not what we're going to do. It drives like a dream. It's a very heavy car, and it floats along the road just like you're on a cloud.
As a Lincoln should.
As a Lincoln should, right? Yeah.
Sorry, as a Continental should.
Continental, right?
Keep
this Continental, this right here, was made especially for this car, and then Lincoln took it over later, and you'll see it on all the other Lincolns.
Yeah. And they shortened it up.
There's lots of different versions of that on the Lincolns subsequently.
Jay, thank you so much for sharing your story. It's this beautiful Continental with us. We absolutely appreciate it. What a stunning car.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.